Hello and welcome to today's video. Christmas jumper number 4 is on. It's the final one of my collection, and in today's video I am going to be spending 24 hours eating from the festive range at Morrisons. So let's have a look at what I've got and what I had for breakfast. So for breakfast from Morrisons, I've actually gone for the best Christmas loaf, and yes, I have already eaten the ends. This is a sweet bread with raisins, dried cranberries and mixed peel in it, so it won't be for everyone. I had the ends cold with some butter on, but I'm actually going to toast a couple of slices of this and just put butter on it and have that for breakfast. I have had this bread before and it's really nice. You can get it pre-sliced like this or unsliced. I wanted to get pre-sliced because the slices that I would cut would not fit in my toaster, and I can't be bothered using the grill, not for 2 slices of toast. So I am back with bread which is very lightly toasted, because if you toast it too much, well, I find I don't like it as much. I am sorry about the lighting. There's no light directly above me, so I've got all the lights in the room on, including the Christmas tree, which you can't even see. I know I need a ring light or something, but if my channel gets more successful, that's something I might think of investing in. I really like the flavour that comes from the cranberries and raisins in the bread. And it's delicious hot or cold. It's just for breakfast, I do like to have it hot. I am still not awake yet, so I'm just going to pop you on time lapse. That was delicious, and if it's something you've always been curious about trying, I would urge you to try it. It is £2, so it is quite expensive, but it's only available at Christmas and it's really good. I've also got this Christmas pudding flavoured yoghurt, which I've never had before. I do like the taste of Christmas pudding, but not really when it's got alcohol in, and it's not something I would pick if there were other options available. They had a gingerbread one as well, or at least they had a shelf label for a gingerbread one, but it had sold out. You can see it's a very thick yoghurt. It's kind of the same as their other ones in the best range, if you've ever had any of them, sort of in consistency. So let's see if it tastes like Christmas pudding. It sort of does, but because it's a yoghurt, it's also got that really creamy taste. It's got bits of fruit in it as well. I think it's sultanas. Yeah, sultanas. I don't know when I last actually had a Christmas pudding. I think it was probably a couple of years ago. I am normally a morning person, and my natural waking time does tend to be annoyingly between sort of 5:30 and 6:30, but I think maybe because it's winter, I'm kind of going into a bit of a hibernation mode. And this is actually a really nice yoghurt. Would I have it again? I might, you know. I think I'd quite like to try the gingerbread one too. I'm going to scrape this pot out and then wait for sunrise. I'll see you when I'm ready for a mid-morning snack. Morning snack time, and I have gone for these boxes of cookies. It was 2 for £3, so I got 2. I have got sticky toffee and I have got Christmas pudding, and they're both soft baked cookies. One is cookies with a toffee filling, and the other is 8 soft-baked fruity mincemeat filled cookies with Christmas spices. They do have microwave instructions, or these ones do. These ones don't for some reason. I'm going to microwave one of each for 10 seconds as it says, and I'm also going to eat one of each cold. So I'm back with the cookies. As you can see, they're not the biggest cookies in the world. So I'm going to start with the cold ones first, because otherwise I'll probably burn my mouth. I am forever burning my mouth on food. So this is the Christmas pudding one. I suppose it does taste a bit like Christmas pudding, the filling in the middle. It just seems a bit odd, just like, I don't know if it's the textures or the flavours. Cold, I would give that Christmas pudding cookie a 2 out of 5. I wouldn't bother to get it again. So I'm going to try the cold sticky toffee. It's all right. I thought it would be nicer. It's very sweet, and the Christmas pudding one definitely was not as sweet as this. The toffee filling flavour is lovely, but it's actually quite sickly. So cold, again, a 2 out of 5. I wouldn't get them again. And I love sticky toffee. It's just way too sweet, I think. So this is the warmed up Christmas pudding one, and I can definitely feel that it still has heat in it. It's definitely nicer warmed up, but I would say it's still only maybe a 3. The spiced flavour is really quite strong. Actually, I think I'm going to put that back down and say it's a 2 heated up, because although it tastes slightly better, it also tastes overly spiced, and I can actually feel it in my throat. It's not great. So the warm sticky toffee cookie. This one is a 3 warmed up, but I still wouldn't get it again. Just, it's way too sweet, and I have a sweet tooth. When I saw the size of those cookies, I did think, oh, will 4 be enough? But I'm actually feeling a bit sick. So I would say don't go for those cookies. Hopefully lunch will be good. So I will see you then. For lunch, I have once again picked a supermarket sandwich. This is the festive cheese board, which is Wensleydale extra mature cheddar, black sticks, blue cheese and chutney on cranberry and poppy seed bread. Apparently, Good Housekeeping rate it. Don't read that magazine, not my kind of thing really, so yeah. And then I got, for a festive drink, a clementine, blood orange and cranberry fruit juice, which I am just going to swig out of the bottle. So I like cheese, which is just as well considering the sandwich I picked, but I've never had Wensleydale, and I've never had blue cheese. I've had Stilton in soup, and I might have had it occasionally in something else, but cooked, so I've never had it cold. This just smells like orange juice, and it is the colour that you can see. The bottle's slightly tinted, but it is pretty much that colour. I have to say, not the most appealing colour, but it could be worse. I can certainly smell the chutney. How well filled is it really? Actually, that's probably pretty decent. I don't think I've ever had poppy seed bread either. I can't really describe the taste as such, other than to say it's very cheesy. The chutney does have a distinctive flavour. It doesn't taste like a normal chutney. Chutney is one of those things that I have spent most of my life thinking I don't like, when in reality now I probably wouldn't pick it to put on my sandwich. The bread is nice and soft. I wouldn't normally pick a seeded bread. I don't dislike it, but I prefer just a normal wholemeal. But I'm not really tasting the seeds in the bread. It definitely has that orangey taste, but there is the hint of cranberry in it as well. I do actually really like this sandwich. You can taste the blue cheese in it. I wouldn't be able to tell you what blue cheese it was if it didn't tell me on the packet. But I'd say if you like a Ploughman's, you'll probably like this. I'm just going to pop you on time lapse while I finish the sandwich. That was a really delicious sandwich, but I do have a very cheesy aftertaste in my mouth, which is not that nice. I do have something for dessert, but I think I'm going to have to go and rinse my mouth out before I try and eat it to try and get rid of this cheese taste. But yeah, it's a nice sandwich. Out of 5, yeah, I'd probably give it a 4. And the drink, 3. It's very average. So for dessert, I have these caramel spiced donuts. I'm only going to have one of them just now, I think. Not very well dusted with sugar. Does anyone else's Morrisons donuts look like this, or is it just mine? It is quite a stodgy donut, but that caramel filling is really good. However, that bite I just took had no filling. It was just plain donut, and it's quite bland tasting. I do like Morrisons donuts, but I don't get them very often. I prefer Greg's. That's another bite with no filling in it. Would I get these again? I might do. But then again, they only come in packs of 5. And I'm only one person. I wish they came either in pairs or on their own as well. I do find that supermarkets don't really cater that well for single people. And that definitely could have done with more of a sugar dusting, because it wasn't a very sweet donut at all. I'm going to be waiting in for a delivery this afternoon, which is always fun. I'm not going to tell you what it is though. It's for another video. I am going to need to do something productive this afternoon, so I am going to get the Christmas cards for my neighbours written, and then I'll give them out later this evening. So, for afternoon snack, I have gone savoury. And these are the best Parmesan Christmas trees, which are described as Parmesan cheese Christmas trees with mixed herbs. But it says that they're made of golden puff pastry. I hope I'll like them. Okay. Well, that's not great, is it, Morrisons? They smell very, very cheesy. They're a decent enough size. Very crunchy, as I'm sure you could hear. The cheese taste isn't too strong, which is good. And the herbs, they don't really taste of anything to me. I think they just make them look quite fancy. But yeah, the pastry has a nice crunch to it. I actually couldn't tell you the last time I had any sort of cheesy snack like cheese straws or those cheese nibble shaped things or anything like that. You get 10 in the pack. They were in the 2 for £3 offer, but I didn't get 2 because I couldn't find another thing that I wanted. 10. It's not that many really, is it? I mean, if you're putting these out for guests, you'd probably need a couple of packs. Unless, of course, you're throwing a party like Mr. Bean's New Year's Eve party. I think I'd give them a 4 out of 10. No, a 4 out of 5. I don't know why I suddenly started rating things out of 10. They've lost a point because I think they are expensive for what they are. But they are very nice. I am just probably going to demolish the lot. So I'm not going to film me eating the entire packet. I'm going to get on with some Christmas card writing. And I'll film that on time-lapse, I think. Just so you've got something other than me eating to watch. And then I'll see you for dinner. So for dinner, I am going to be having this cheese bake, and I've got a garlic baguette as well because I need something to dip in the cheese. So I'm going to put these in the oven and see you at the table. So as you can see, the garlic baguette is quite well done. I did leave it in for the amount of time specified, but I guess my oven is just very efficient. Today, I've realised, has been very heavily cheese-based, and it's not going to get any better with dessert. But anyway, dinner first. So I've got the cheese bake. I've never had black sheep ale. I'm not really a beer and lager and ale drinker. I don't hate them, but I wouldn't have a pint. I'm more of a cider girl when it comes to stuff like that. I'm just checking it's stopped bubbling because I don't want to completely burn my mouth. I'm just going to give it a bit of a stir. Don't think there's going to be any kind of a cheese pull here. No. It goes well with the garlic baguette. I wasn't sure whether to get a garlic one or a plain one, and either have the plain one buttered or just dry, but I thought I'll go with garlic. It does have a really, really strong cheddar taste, but I'm not really picking up on any other flavours. Possibly because I chose to go for a garlic baguette, and garlic's quite a strong flavour as well. Again, this isn't a normal sort of dinner for me, but I've had party food for 2 of my videos, and I just wanted something a bit different. I can't actually break this apart. I should probably cut it with a knife because I'm mangling it. But the delivery I was expecting came, so that's something I can look forward to doing. And you'll be seeing it in a video, which will be out later this week. And the cards have been delivered to the neighbours. When I first moved in here, I had no idea that they did cards at Christmas. But I'm actually really glad that we do. Not all the neighbours do. I think there's 2 that don't. 3 that don't. But it's a really good way to get to know the names of people. And especially living in a block of flats, I think it's really important to get on with your neighbours, or at least not get on. Again, I forgot to bring a drink through. I'm so bad at drinking while I eat and not doing it. but I'm actually quite thirsty, so I'm going to go grab myself a drink, pop you on time lapse, and munch my way through the rest of this. So as you can see, I haven't quite finished all the cheese. So I'm not sure what I'll do with that. It is a really strong tasting cheddar. Would I get it again? Probably not. It was nice, but really for a dinner, it was not the best choice, let's face it. So I do have to laugh because dessert is cheesecake. I didn't even think about it when I was shopping, about the fact that I was getting so many cheese-based items. I mean, I like cheese, but even this is cheese overload for me. However, this is their speculoos cheesecake, and it's from their frozen section. And it's got the biscuit crumb on top and sort of the spiced caramel flavour through it. So it's basically like Morrisons' version of a Biscoff cheesecake. God, so much cheese. I like this. It doesn't have as strong a taste as, say, the English Cheesecake Company Biscoff cheesecake slices, but you pay the same price for 2 of those as you do for a whole one of this. And it's got white chocolate curls on top. It is quite a dry tasting cheesecake. When I have the rest of it, I will probably have it with cream, but I just wanted to try it on its own for the video. I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. It's a nice cheesecake, but it's not exceptional. I think I'm going to go ahead and close out my very cheesy video here. Feel free to drop me a comment in the box below. Subscribe if you haven't already and you would like to. And I hope to see you for the next upload. And oh, God knows what sort of dreams I'm going to have tonight. The amount of cheese I've consumed today. Anyway, Merry Christmas.